When I tell you that God is about to reload your bank account, I am not speaking empty words. I am declaring a spiritual reality that is already in motion. Listen closely. This moment is not ordinary. This moment is divine. This moment has been orchestrated by God long before you felt the pressure, long before you noticed the lack, long before you stared at your balance and wondered how you would survive the month. God saw it. God heard every private prayer. God measured every silent tear. And now, He is preparing to shift you into a realm of provision beyond your comprehension. Today, this is not just a message, it is a prophetic announcement for your life. Something invisible is moving in your favor, and your financial breakthrough is about to silence every fear that ever tried to intimidate you. There are moments when God steps into your story with such force that everything resisting you trembles. This is one of those moments. You have carried burdens too heavy for one person to bear. Yet you stood. You survived crushed hearts, sleepless nights, anxiety, scarcity, disappointments, delays, and people who never believed in you. And because you endured, God is about to release a blessing that will shock even you. God is about to write a chapter in your life that proves you were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were never disqualified. God simply hid you until the time was right to reveal what He had prepared. Some of you have normalized the weight of financial struggle, stretching every note, checking your account repeatedly, remaining silent while your heart wanted to scream. But hear me clearly, scarcity was never meant to define you. It was meant to shape your dependence on God, sharpen your faith, and stretch your trust. God strengthens the vessel before releasing abundance. And now, your capacity has outgrown your circumstance. That means blessing is near. When God says your bank account will be reloaded, it is not a simple increase, it is a divine reset. Restoration, replacement, multiplication, and compensation are coming. Every loss, every missed opportunity, every disappointment is being counted and rewarded in the ledger of heaven. Nothing is overlooked. God's silence has not been absence. It has been strategy, preparation, and alignment. He has been arranging details, shifting circumstances, and opening doors behind the scenes. When the timing of God meets the readiness of your spirit, your financial breakthrough will be unstoppable. Nothing can stop it. No enemy can block it. No circumstance can delay it. Pressure was never punishment, it was positioning. Pressure creates clarity. Pressure reveals trust. Pressure removes what is not meant to go with you into the next season. Pressure forces your spirit to lean fully on God. Some of the greatest financial blessings come after the most intense seasons of testing. The storm trained your mindset. Scarcity trained your faith. Now God is ready to respond with abundance. Abundance begins in the spirit. Before God multiplies your income, He multiplies your faith. Before He releases provision, He strengthens your capacity to receive. Your endurance, perseverance, and faith have prepared you for this moment. You have outlasted situations designed to break you. You are spiritually positioned to receive what you could not have handled before. Expect the unexpected. When God reactivates financial flow, it rarely comes through one source alone. He opens channels you didn't apply for, orchestrates divine connections, sends favor you didn't anticipate, and introduces ideas that can transform your life. God is not limited to earthly systems. He can use one connection, one opportunity, one idea to shift your entire financial reality. This blessing is not just for comfort, it is for your calling. God empowers you financially to fulfill your purpose, not merely to elevate your lifestyle. Dreams paused will awaken. Plans delayed will gain momentum. Responsibilities once overwhelming will be handled with ease. Your vision exceeds your past provision, but now your resources are catching up with your destiny. Remember, God gives vision before provision. The dream in your heart is the sign that the blessing is coming. Your finances are about to align with what God has already revealed to your spirit. The supply will match the assignment. The resources will match the revelation. Your account today is not your account tomorrow. Prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Receive it with faith. Receive it with expectation. Receive it with gratitude. Because God is about to reload your bank account, fully, abundantly, divinely, and irreversibly. Your situation today is not your situation next month. God can transform a financial landscape in ways that defy logic, reasoning, and human understanding. You have seen people rise financially overnight, not by luck, but by divine orchestration. What God did for them is proof of what God can do for you. You are not exempt. You are not excluded. You are not beyond the reach of divine provision. God's hand is limitless. His resources are abundant. He owns what you need, and more. And when God decides it is time, the release is undeniable. There is a spiritual principle you must hold tightly. God does not leave a faithful person empty-handed forever. When a person has walked through deserts, God brings rivers. When they have endured drought, God brings rain. When they have remained steadfast in scarcity, God rewards them with overflowing provision. You have been faithful. You have continued when it made no sense. You trusted God with nothing, and now God is about to trust you with something. Persistence honors you. Endurance qualifies you. Unwavering faith positions you. You did not give up. That alone qualifies you for blessing. Now, as God prepares to reload your bank account, something greater is happening within you. Your mindset is transforming. Your confidence is strengthening. Your faith is maturing. You are learning that provision is not the result of human effort, but divine alignment. When your spirit aligns with God's timing, breakthroughs unfold naturally. You do not chase what God has assigned, you simply position yourself to receive. And the blessing comes with unstoppable momentum. Stay in expectation. Expectation is a spiritual magnet. When you expect increase, you attract increase. When you expect opportunity, you recognize it. When you expect elevation, your mindset, actions, and decisions align with God's preparation. Step into this season with bold expectation, and witness the financial expansion God has ordained. Understand this. When God reloads your bank account, it is not a temporary uplift or momentary spark. It is a sustained divine flow. God turns dry land into fertile ground and emptiness into overflowing abundance. He does not just upgrade your finances, He elevates your identity, your confidence, your vision, and your capacity to receive. Before God releases abundance externally, He releases it internally. You are becoming the vessel that can hold more, the steward who can multiply what is placed in your hands. God is reshaping your thinking, removing fear, doubt, hesitation, and insecurity. Scarcity does not come from God. Scarcity comes from wounds, disappointment, and survival mentality. But God is replacing it with a mindset of faith and expectancy. God is not bound by human systems, seasons, or circumstances. He creates abundance in the darkest moments, in the lowest places, and in the most unexpected ways. Everything you have walked through financially has been training for reliance on the eternal source, not temporary supply. Anchor your trust in God. You will not crumble when conditions shift. You will not break when circumstances tighten. You will not panic when numbers dip. God is not governed by numbers. God is governed by promise. And a promise from God is stronger than any bank account, any report, any forecast, or any projection. You may have been in survival mode for so long that you forgot what it feels like to breathe freely, to rest, to dream without calculating, to imagine a future without limitation. But God is about to restore your freedom, your margin, your capacity, your overflow. He is moving you into a higher level that reflects your endurance, your faith, and your growth. Understand this deeply. God blesses with purpose, not just comfort. The resources you receive are tied to your calling. Money is a tool for destiny, influence, and impact. God is not blessing you randomly. He is blessing you purposefully. There is a transformation happening inside you that you may not fully perceive. God is strengthening your spirit so that when abundance arrives, you will not collapse under its weight. Many pray for increase but lack the character to manage it. They desire promotion but lack discipline. They ask for abundance but cannot handle it. But you have been refined, stretched, and tested. You are ready. God has seen your integrity, your generosity, your humility. He has seen your silent obedience. And now, He is responding. Obedience, faith, and patience are currency in the spiritual realm. You have invested faithfully, and the reward is coming. Prepare yourself, your financial story is about to change. Your bank account is about to be reloaded. Your life is about to be elevated. Your capacity is about to expand. Your faith is about to be validated. And the world will see that God honors persistence, rewards endurance, and multiplies unwavering faith. Receive it. Expect it. Stand in it. Your breakthrough is here. Is currency. Endurance is currency. These invisible currencies pull divine provision toward you. You may think you don't deserve a financial breakthrough because you look at your career, your skills, or your past decisions. But God does not evaluate your future based on failure. God evaluates your future based on your heart. And your heart has remained sincere in scarcity, trusting in uncertainty, and open when circumstances tried to close you down. That is why God is preparing to elevate you financially, not because you earned it perfectly, but because you honored God with sincerity. When God reintroduces abundance into your life, it will not come with confusion. It will come with clarity, peace, and discernment. You will know exactly where to direct it, sow it, invest it, and where to avoid placing it. God is not simply sending money. God is sending wisdom alongside the money, clarity alongside open doors, discernment alongside opportunity. What good is financial overflow without the wisdom to manage it? What good is abundance without direction? What good is increase without understanding? That is why God prepares your spirit before He prepares your accounts. You may begin to notice certain ideas rising in your mind in the coming days. These are not random thoughts. They are spiritual signals. God is planting ideas that will produce increase. He is awakening creativity you didn't know existed. He is reminding you of dreams you buried, stirring new pathways, collaborations, strategies, and insights. Pay attention. When God prepares to shift your financial reality, one of the first signs is spiritual ideas. Ideas that feel too big for your current income but perfectly aligned with your future abundance. Ideas that make your heart race, that feel like destiny knocking at your door. And hear this, when God releases financial blessing, it will not require you to compromise. You will not have to beg, manipulate, betray principles, dilute values, or sacrifice integrity. The opportunity from God will come with peace, alignment, and favor that feels effortless because God Himself is orchestrating it. What comes from God comes with rest, not chaos. The financial increase God is preparing will be marked by divine ease, not laziness, but alignment. Your effort meets God's orchestration. Success becomes unavoidable. You are stepping into a season where what was difficult becomes manageable, and what was impossible becomes achievable. You will look back at earlier struggles and realize they were necessary chapters in your story. To develop strength, to develop humility, to learn to rely on God rather than circumstances. Every delay trained your focus. Every setback sharpened discernment. Every trial built resilience. God was not punishing you, He was preparing you. And hear me clearly, your time of preparation is ending. Your time of manifestation is beginning. God is moving. God is opening windows of abundance. God is loosening what was tied up, multiplying what was stagnant, activating what was dormant, rebalancing what was uneven, lifting what was heavy. You are about to experience a divine turnaround. Not small comfort. Not temporary relief. A full-scale spiritual shift that transforms your financial reality from dryness to overflow. And when it happens, you will know with certainty it is God, because it will surpass anything you could have produced on your own. It will be bigger, deeper, wider, and more strategic than anything you could have planned. Soon, you will look back and realize that everything God withheld, delayed, and rearranged was preparing the foundation for a greater financial structure than you were ready to build before. When God blesses, He does not bless in fragments. He blesses in fullness. He ensures the ground is strong enough to hold the weight of what is coming. Opportunities that collapsed, connections that drifted, plans that didn't unfold. God was redirecting you towards stability, fruitfulness, and divine alignment. Endurance is sacred. Financial hardship trains your spirit to rise above numbers. It detaches identity from circumstance. It teaches unshakable dependence on God. Every night of prayer, every morning of uncertainty, every difficult decision strengthened a spiritual muscle inside you. Those muscles are now ready to carry abundance instead of burden. God is blessing you because you are ready in maturity, wisdom, discipline, responsibility, and faith. The person you were 1, 3, or 5 years ago could not have handled what is coming. God waited until your character caught up with your calling. And now elevation is coming because you are ready to sustain it. There is an energy shifting in your life. You may feel it, a quiet confidence, subtle knowing, anticipation. That is spiritual alignment. Opportunities, conversations, and favor are moving toward you. God has begun the financial reloading process. Some of you will experience this in surprising ways. A sudden idea solving the long-standing problem, a person entering your life who becomes a key connector, a minor decision producing massive results, doors opening you didn't even know existed, and it will feel as though every step was designed long before you arrived. Because it was. God's orchestration is perfect. God's timing is impeccable. God's precision is miraculous. Do not be surprised if God removes certain people from your financial journey in this next season. Not because you are meant to walk alone, but because you are meant to walk wisely. Some people cannot handle the version of you that is emerging. They cannot celebrate your abundance because their hearts are anchored in jealousy or insecurity. They cannot support your elevation because your growth exposes their comfort with stagnation. They cannot step into your new season because they are still tied to old cycles. So God will separate you, not to isolate you, but to protect you. Blessing requires boundary. Abundance requires discernment. Elevation requires clarity about who can and cannot accompany you into the next dimension of your life. As God prepares to increase your finances, God is also increasing your inner stability. Wealth without emotional stability becomes a trap. Blessing without spiritual grounding becomes a burden. Increase without identity becomes a battlefield. But you are not stepping into abundance as a fragile soul. You are stepping into abundance as a strengthened spirit. You are stepping into increase with the maturity that lack built into you. You are stepping into overflow with the resilience that hardship sharpened. You are stepping into financial freedom with the wisdom that scarcity forced you to learn. There is a moment known only to God. When a person's season shifts, it does not announce itself loudly. It begins in the unseen realm and gradually manifests in the physical world. That moment is approaching you. You have been walking through a tunnel of struggle, and now the first rays of light are breaking through. You have been carrying the weight of responsibility, and God is sending reinforcement. You have been pushing through barriers that felt immovable, and God is about to make those barriers dissolve with a single act of divine intervention. When God releases financial blessing, it is rarely random. It is the manifestation of seeds you planted long before. Seeds of perseverance, seeds of faith, seeds of sacrifice, seeds of trust, seeds of integrity, seeds of patience. Every tear you shed in silence watered a seed. Every time you chose righteousness over shortcuts, you watered a seed. Every time you gave without expecting anything in return, you watered a seed. Every moment you trusted God when circumstances looked impossible watered a seed. And now those seeds are breaking through the ground. The harvest always comes later than the planting, but it always comes. Your harvest is underway. Hear this with the full force of your spirit. God is not simply refilling what was emptied. God is exceeding what was emptied. God is multiplying what was lost. God is restoring what seemed gone forever. When God reloads your bank account, it is not a withdrawal replacement. It is a divine overflow that pushes you into a new dimension of security, stability, and freedom. You will begin to experience financial flow where there was once stagnation, opportunities where there were once obstacles, clarity where there was once confusion, elevation where there was once limitation, favor where there was once frustration. What God is doing in your life is not small. It is significant, transformative, and destiny-defining. Hear this with unwavering certainty. God is faithful. God is just. And God is actively orchestrating every detail of your life for your good. The season of lack, delay, and uncertainty is coming to a close. Your bank account, your opportunities, your financial reality are about to be reloaded. Not by chance, not by luck, but by the perfect, intentional hand of God. Everything you endured, the long nights of worry, the days of struggle, the moments when it felt as if the weight of the world was on your shoulders, was not wasted. They were refining you, preparing you, positioning you for the breakthrough that is now at your doorstep. Rise in unwavering faith. Expect the unexpected. Step boldly into the overflow God has promised. Receive it with gratitude. Manage it with wisdom. Channel it toward the mission God has placed in your heart. Your breakthrough will not only change your life, it will impact the lives of others. Amplify your influence and glorify God's provision. The abundance coming is transformative, powerful, and deliberate. Your blessing is here. Your breakthrough is imminent. God, in His perfect timing and infinite wisdom, is gloriously faithful to fulfill it. Hear this with absolute clarity and deep conviction. God is faithful beyond measure. God is just in all His ways. God is meticulously orchestrating every detail of your life for your ultimate good. The season of struggle, scarcity, and delay is drawing to a close. Your bank account, your opportunities, your financial reality are about to be reloaded. Not by coincidence, not by luck, not by human effort, but by the sovereign, deliberate hand of God. Every hardship, every sleepless night, every moment of anxiety, every tear, every disappointment, every time you were overlooked or undervalued, they were all part of God's divine preparation. God was not absent. God was positioning you. God was not punishing you. God was perfecting you. Now the time for breakthrough has arrived. Rise in unshakable faith. Expect the unexpected. Step boldly into the overflow God has promised. Receive it with gratitude. Manage it with wisdom. Use it to amplify your impact and fulfill the mission that only you can accomplish. The abundance coming will not just solve temporary needs. It will transform your lifestyle, elevate your influence, and expand your capacity to bless others. Your provision is both personal and prophetic. Do not underestimate what God is about to do. What you have prayed for, believed for, and patiently endured, God is bringing into manifestation in ways that exceed your imagination. Doors that seemed permanently closed are swinging open. Opportunities that felt impossible are aligning perfectly. Resources that were once out of reach are now flowing directly into your life. This is a divine reloading, a supernatural refilling, a manifestation of God's perfect timing and favor. Stand ready to receive it with faith. Guard your heart, embrace wisdom, and walk in integrity. The breakthrough is not just about money. It is about restoration, purpose, and elevation, a life aligned with your calling and destiny. Know this, your season of waiting is over. Your season of provision is here. Your bank account, your opportunities, your destiny are about to be reloaded with God's abundance. Rejoice, prepare, and position yourself. God's faithfulness never fails. God's timing is perfect. The best is now coming.